Hi, I'm Tajci and this is Waking Up in America. Are you ready to do something great this year? Not just this year, but in your life. Are you ready to really leave a mark? Are you ready to live fully the way you're created to live? I hope the answer is yes, because that's what we're called to do. We can't do that if we're numbed down or if we are asleep. That's why I'm passionate about sharing the stories that I share here on this show and connecting it with music to give you an inspiration and trigger that awakening, that shift inside, that waking up. Only awaken, and only if we're living in that unique purpose that was given to us the moment of our creation, we can make a difference in the world, and we can really save this world, because otherwise it's all going to go in a place that we don't want to see it going. I know you know what I mean. The answer is not to throw your hands in the air. The answer is not to switch continents like I thought I would, solve that problem when I came to America. The solution is not to leave your faith community, your church, your marriage. Sometimes, yes, drastic moves and steps are necessary. But even then, what we need to do is look inside and do the work there first. As we begin this new year and a new season of our show, Waking Up in America, we created a bumper and a trailer that we're gonna show right now that shows the intention behind my story and why I'm so passionate to bring this show and people's stories to you. Waking Up in America is about that moment when you awaken from living somebody else's dream and start living the life that you were created for. I'm Tajci. At 19, I was a superstar and I was lost inside. I left it all behind, switched continents, and started all over. Years later, I found myself lost again, this time in the American dream. This is a story about awakening, about living the life you were created for, about going inward and discovering the joyous and purposeful person you and I are both meant to be. This is Waking Up in America. I'm deeply grateful for this opportunity to share these stories that can really move us and transform our lives. As an immigrant, I came here loving the idea of the American spirit. The land of the free and the home of the brave was a challenge to me to be both free and courageous, to look inside and find out who I am, aside from what other people in my life thought I should be, and then live it out. I believe that through showing up with our unique gifts, we create these ripples of positive change in the world. And that's why I created Waking Up in America. One of the biggest shifts in my life was when I left my successful career and came over to America and began my journey, but then got stuck in what I thought was the American dream. I did everything right, got married, had kids, had faith, and still I was fighting with anxiety, depression, and my husband. The real awakening was when I realized that the only place where I can make a change, a lasting change, that will affect my life, my marriage, my relationships, was inside. For the last decade, I've traveled all over America and I performed for all kinds of audiences. And I've had a privilege to connect with others, to hear their stories of how they've awakened from their discomforts to their purpose, and how they discovered really the essence of who they're meant to be. Waking Up in America tells these stories and connects them with music, which I think has the power to transform.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We can get through anything now.
Join me as we explore the wonderful stories of these fascinating people who have made the meaningful shift in their lives.
On Mother's Day 12 years ago, I found out I was pregnant with my son. For some reason, that moment just felt like, it really felt to me like an invitation to come back to life.
I'm laying there in bed. I look across the room and I can see my daughter sleeping and my wife's next to me, and I realize I don't know that I'm going to wake up. I don't know that I'm going to see them ever again. And it was in that moment that I just said, okay, enough is enough.
For many years of my life, I was afraid to be myself, that I would be judged harshly, because I judged myself harshly.
Yes.
Fear doesn't stop you from dying. It stops you from living.
I got the best of you.
That was
We
good.
kind of rocked on that.
Yeah.
We rocked.
They will inspire you to awaken and live the life you were created for. This is Waking Up in America. So join us as we keep exploring these wonderful stories and this moment of waking up. You know, some people will say, I've awakened once. Why do I have to keep waking up? Because that awakening is a moment of grace. And why wouldn't we want to string as many moments of grace as we can until our whole life becomes filled with that grace that we were meant to live? So one way for me, you know, like, and I said in the trailer, music has always been a connection with the divine for me. And so through music, I am able to tear the walls down, to open up my heart and let the music work in the places that were in my soul, in my heart, where words alone could never do. And that happens. Music and art has the power to do that. So I will continue to pair each topic and each guest with a song that can really, you know, help this inspiration and awakening. I hope you will enjoy it, and keep your head up as you journey and as you grow emotionally, physically, spiritually, in any way, to be and become more of the person you were created to be. Thank you so much.
Behind us is broken. The mountain shook and the earth split open, but we made it this far. The hardest part is to trust again. We barely held on through the hurricane winds, but we lived, and here we are. Can you imagine? We can get through anything now. Keep your head up, tear the walls down. Don't let your life slip by with your eyes on the ground. We'll never let up, even when it hurts. I'll be there for you through the best and the worst. Keep your head up. Keep your head. To let things go unspoken. Now we know what we need. With the past behind us, we can have the love we dreamed of. Let go and be free. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? We can get through anything now. Keep your head up, tear the walls down. Don't let your life slip by with your eyes on the ground. We'll never let up, even when it hurts. I'll be there for you through the best and the worst. Keep your head up. Keep your head. Keep your head up, tear the walls down. Don't let your life slip by with your eyes on the ground. We'll never let up, I'll be there for you.